welcome. I'm really glad you could join me today. I am using the rest of the reindeer milk that I got from Alaska to put this soap together. And I decided to make it really special. Recently, I purchased some real diamond dust. Diamond dust is sort of the leftovers from when diamonds are cut into, well, the diamonds that people wear. There are small particles, sort of like sand dust is left from cutting wood. Well, the same is true of diamonds, and you can buy diamond dust. And I will put a link to where I bought mine online where you can get it as well. I buy it a little bit more in bulk, but you can buy it in smaller amounts. Anyway, that being said, I wanted something. I don't use micas, and it can be very difficult to get sparkle in soap naturally. I've used 14 karat gold flakes, I've used silver flakes, but those only go so far. I wanted something that would give a little more of that, that's something special for the holidays. And a natto seed oil in this does give great color. That's fantastic. But I also wanted a little bit something more. And I had bought this diamond dust and I thought, you know what? I'm going to use it in this soap. And is it expensive? Yes, but it's just a little, for me, it was just a little extra splurge that I could do. And I'm doing it for you all. And these soap bars will be just only slightly higher in price than my regular soap bars. And it's not even because of the diamond dust nearly as much as it is. These are just really big bars of soap. I actually measure them and show you in this video, but these were 6 to 7 inches tall. Well, after I did the piping on them, yes, I did piping. That's what I'm making up here is the piping batter, which I mixed up and then I let it sit on the counter for about 30 minutes until it got nice and thick like this, so that I could actually put it in the piping bag and pipe it onto my soap. Now, I will also tell you that, as I've mentioned before, I'm new to piping. I'm not real skilled in it. You know, my mother could bake a cake and pipe on it like a pro. I'm still learning and I'm making a lot of mistakes, but I'm learning from those mistakes. Like right here, you can see what I'm doing. I'm actually piping over onto the mold itself, which I couldn't really tell that I was doing that at the time. And of course, when you pull out the soap, they've got these big wide edges on them that make the soap look a little funny, and I had to trim those, of course. But it's a learning experience. I also need to be more even. You can see I had some crooked lining there, and some of my pipings are different sizes. But, you know, I'm learning. I'm learning how hard to squeeze, and I did, near the end, start learning. Now, I'm going to tell you an accident happened while I was making this soap. A light fixture fell that I have on my table and fell onto this and made a mess, and I had to redo it. This was me trying to show you, and my camera just would not focus, so I did take a picture so you could see what I'm using here, the diamond dust. Anyway, now be careful, because if you just look up diamond dust, there are some glitters out there that are called diamond dust, and they're not. This is actually the dust from real diamonds. And again, I'm going to put the link to the website where I got it. Tell them Patrick sent you. And on camera, the sparkle doesn't show up nearly as much. Now, I do at the end of this video, I took some separate video at an angle so that you could actually see the sparkle on them. But I was really impressed with how they turned out. I really was. Now, in addition to cutting these, which I do have in the video, I also stamped them. Oh, now what you're going to see here, I first put it in my multi-bar cutter and I realized they're too tall. Again, I piped them too high and they're not going to work in that cutter. Now, what I would have done differently maybe is to pour less into the main mold so that when I pipe it, it comes up to the top of the mold, and that way it'll fit in my multi-cutter. But in this case, I just simply got out the single wire cutter, and that was no problem. Do you see what I mean, though, about how the piping looks like hats on these? How it's over the edge a bit? That was because I poured it on, or piped it onto the side of the mold. Now, you may notice the top piping is in two different colors. That was intentional. After I finished the initial piping and the light fell on it, I had to make a new batch of soap and pipe more over to fix the error. And I used less annatto in it. I thought, you know what? I'm going to give it a little bit of variation. And here's a picture of how tall those are. As you can see with the piping, they're over 6 inches tall. So they're good sized bars of soap. But I've been learning, and do you know I like it? I actually enjoyed the piping process. Why I haven't started doing this before, I don't know. I've got some great ideas now on things I want to do, how I can incorporate more color, and this was for the fall and Christmas holidays, so oranges and yellows made more sense, especially for the essential oils in this, which are patchouli, orange, and a little nutmeg. It smells divine, and I just thought red and green didn't make a whole lot of sense in this particular soap. So yeah, it's Christmassy, but it's fall-y too, and reindeers have to exist year-round, okay? They don't only come out at Christmas. Only if, Santa has made them rather popular, I think, for Christmas time. But I sped it up here simply because there's no variation. The bars are only one color, and the tops vary a little bit, but there's just none. You can see that by just them sitting there. So I didn't see any point in drudging on and on with you having to watch me cut these in real time. So I did speed it up a bit. But I have so many new plans and ideas. Business is going great. By the way, right now I am having a Black Friday sale going on now through Black Friday, and that's 20% off. All purchases over $49. So that's a pretty good deal. I mean, you can get, let's say you spend $49, you get 20% off. You're getting $9 of free stuff, right? So that's pretty awesome. In addition, that's free shipping. So again, that's a big plus. So if you're looking to purchase soaps, lotions, or anything right now, and you like me and what I make, you can actually get it a little bit less than normal. And again, these I did, which I didn't film, was I went ahead and stamped these with the diamond dust as well, and I'll show you that here in just a moment. You'll see it a little, it's in the picture, but I did a little more video here showing how I stamped these and tried to catch the glitter of there's fire in this, almost like looking at a diamond. If you look closely, you'll see that, and I was just so happy with that. And it's not as showy as glitter. It's not as showy as other things that people use. But the truth is, this is safe for the environment. Thanks, everyone. Have a great day. Goodbye.